You see, when you go on Facebook, you gotta make sure that people can see you, because when it says Facebook Live, you gotta be live. You can't just be laying around doing nothing. You gotta entertain the people.
They see us.
Hey, this is Tony Stewart, also known as Blessed Brother.
Angie Stewart and Blessed Sister.
And we got a great one for you today. The title is
Be married to the goal, not the method.
Be married to the goal, not the method. You know, we've been talking here quite a bit lately about setting your goals, especially setting your goals for the next year, even though it's some time before the next year starts. The reason for that is you can create some momentum going into the next year.
Mm-hmm.
What I want to encourage you to do, though, is have that goal. Leverage that goal. Figure out why you want it. Don't just think of what you want. Figure out why you want it.
Mm-hmm.
Get that leverage around it and make it not a should, but a must.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Tony Robbins often says that people wrap themselves up with all these shoulds and they should all over themselves.
Mm-hmm.
No. Focus on getting leverage around the things you truly want to make them a must.
Tie yourself to it.
Now, marry that why, that goal, but don't marry the method. And here's why. Because if you're plugged in, if you're operating in kingdom principles, as we teach you here, as you will learn as you plug in with us, as you plug into the kingdom, you're going to get divine strategies.
Yes.
And sometimes those divine strategies will take you a different way to get to the goal than the one you had in place or in mind in the first place. Mm-hmm. So if you're married to the wrong vehicle or the more ineffective vehicle, it could delay how long it takes for you to get to your goal if you've only been willing to get those downloads from the Holy Spirit and operate with that new level of thinking. Go ahead.
Yes, it's very critical that you do. I say tie yourself because in a marriage, you know, you're being tied to one another, you're becoming one. You have to become that with the goal, and it's helpful, like Blessed Brother said, is to figure out your why, because that's going to tie you back to the goal, so to keep you focused on it.
Yeah.
And not how you get there, because there's going to be a lot of ups and downs as you're working your way to your goal. A lot of distractions may come into play, but you have to remain focused on it. Think about Joseph. Joseph is like one of my bestest characters in the Bible, and for many reasons. But think about what he went through. He had a dream, and he told it to his brothers. They hated him for it. He had another dream, and even his dad was questioning him on it, right? Because of what he saw in it, that, you know, they were bowing down to him.
Yeah.
Okay, so he had that vision. He had the dream. But what ended up happening to him? His brothers sold him into slavery. He became a slave. They took him away. Then when he thought he was making wave, like kind of on the up, what happens? Potiphar's wife lied on him. So then kind of like back to slavery, he goes into the prison. Well, then even in prison, he became favored, of course. And then the two dudes he met in there had dreams. Joseph interpreted for them. The one that actually went back to the palace, he said, "Remember me." What happened? The guy forgot him. But then he finally remembered him because Pharaoh started having a dream and no one could interpret it for him. So when the cupbearer remembered, he told him about Joseph. Brings Joseph in, he tells him about his dream. God revealed to him the dream, what it meant, which totally saved the whole land of Egypt. And because of that, Pharaoh put him the highest in the kingdom other than himself. So he was the governor of all the land of Egypt. But think about what he endured to get there. But he had to stay focused on what God told him, what God showed him. Because there was a lot of distractions and a lot of things that ended up coming his way. But he remained focused, and then it actually came to pass. Well, so we're encouraging you, whatever your goals are, whatever dreams God has planted in your heart, tie yourself to it, marry yourself to it. And then just trust God all along the way for whatever method happens. It happens to get you there.
That's it. And if you do that, if you'll have that flexibility. I was just talking to a friend of mine, and we're going to be doing some business deals together and so forth. And what I've always appreciated him, I've had a friendship with him for over a decade, and what I've appreciated about him is that he's been willing to let the Holy Spirit use him. Mm-hmm. And as a result of that, he excels in what he does because he gets those Holy Spirit downloads. Mm-hmm. And as a result of that, just about everything he touched turns to gold, if you will, mm-hmm. because he's willing to be flexible to the unction of the Holy Spirit and use those divine strategies to get to where he wants to go. Mm-hmm. So, action step, if you want to learn more about what we're doing with the Blessed Life team, go ahead, send me a private message. Actually, if you just go to blessedbrother.com, mm-hmm. and it'll allow you to connect with me, send me a private message. I want to show you what we have going on because, like I said, I was talking to this gentleman earlier tonight. We got some incredible things going on that you would love to be a part of. I'm telling you, mm-hmm. reach out to me. Go to blessedbrother.com. Let's talk. Let's connect. And I'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a blessed evening.
See ya.